Whoa, do you know what the market cap would be on 100x ADA? I do, but is that really that important? Probably not. In this video, we're going to be talking about the technical analysis at a true macro level for Cardano's ADA and talking about whether or not there's the possibility that ADA could actually hit 100x in the next bullish market as it goes and soars to new all-time highs. As I get into the video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe? Tap the bell, select on all the notifications, and you will not miss another video update. If you haven't joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? Let's jump right down into the video then and start talking a bit about Cardano's ADA and why I think there's a really bright future here for ADA and the Cardano ecosystem. So we've got a blank chart here. This is, let me just zoom out so you can kind of see the previous low, bear market low from 2020. We can see this down here at 1.77 cent. And we saw a very significant surge to the upside, right? All this stuff is stuff you should know about already. It was 17,469%, right? This is pretty standard stuff. We kind of are familiar that it was nice and cheap, and it went up to about $3.20, I believe. Let me go ahead and just throw that on there. $3.10, sorry. So we can see that high, right? So very significant gains, and we've seen the price move quite rapidly to the downside, right? And this is kind of why we've seen things so far down 92.91%. And we know that the bear market low for Cardano's ADA at the moment happened to occur down here on the 5th of June 2023, and it was 22 cents. Now, during this entire bear market low, as we're kind of predicting our moves to the downside, we were talking about 22 cent being quite a key area. And in fact, specifically, it was 22.23 cent was my targeted range. We found good support briefly before losing this most recently and coming to the downside. Now, just to kind of clarify a couple of things, because I know some people in the comment section are going to say, is this video old? And no, not really. This video is a pre-record. We don't really care too much about the price of the action as it is right now. This is all about where the price could potentially be going in the future. So although, yes, this is pre-recorded because I'm away for the weekend, it's still, I think, very valid. And of course, you know, the current price action will be reflected to a point within this analysis as well. So let's just come back down into our price chart. 100x is a pretty big steep move, right? We'd have to go to $32 ADA at the point of recording this video anyway, but you know, more specifically $22 if we were to take this current bear market low. Now, I still think that there's room to the downside for Cardano's ADA. This is something that, you know, it's maybe an unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't seem to like me saying what it is that I see inside the data. And it's not to say that I hate Cardano. I love Cardano. I think Cardano is fantastic and has, you know, a lot of really good things in the future. I think it's just that we need to acknowledge what's right in front of us and that there's potentially a bearish move to the downside. And this move is going to be great for those who want to see it as an opportunity. I'm one of those individuals, right? I see it as an opportunity as price goes down. As much as I want the bullish market to appear and for us to be in this bullish state of play, at the moment, I don't think that we are. Instead, I think we are just continuing this move, this bearish structured move to the downside. In fact, you know, we could argue that we actually have this as heavy resistance and we're still getting rejected from our trend line to the downside. So for the most part, my expectations are that we are still looking to go down. And if we come down, that makes 100x ADA even more probable. Okay, the lower this goes, the easier it is going to be to achieve such a target. Now, you might be thinking, well, the market cap is going to be ridiculously high if we were to, you know, target out something like $10, let alone $22 or $32, right? And you're right, the market cap would be high, but I would challenge your understanding of market cap if that is your argument as to why ADA's price action couldn't possibly go to these kind of levels. Market cap in itself isn't really representing anything in this crypto industry. It doesn't show you the value, it doesn't show you the liquidity, and it doesn't show you the amount of money that has flowed into the project. All it shows you is a theoretical number that is calculated from the current price multiplied by the circulating supply. And so if we really break that down in its simplistic form, really what you want to focus in on is price action. And what drives price is supply and demand, absolutely nothing to do with market cap. So try to park that idea of market cap. It's kind of irrelevant. It just tricks you retail investors into thinking that that things are not going in the direction that you that you want it to, just because it's just not possible to have that much money. There's not that much money in crypto. You can't have it. That's because it doesn't represent money. It's a theoretical number. Anyway, market cap aside, there is some good positives that I like to talk about when it comes to Cardano, right? We know that there are over 1,200 dApps being built on the Cardano ecosystem. We also know that the liquidity in the Cardano total value locked aspect is on the increase, even during this bearish market. When I last checked anyway, was about $164 million of total value locked. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, that's not that much though. It's really impressive when you start thinking about how the price action of ADA has decreased 92%, right? If you think about that, then you start thinking, wow, the actual total value locked per dollar, or as based on dollar value, is increasing over time here. As price of ADA goes down, a lot of ADA, I mean a stupid amount of ADA, is being locked up for total value locked, and that is a bullish sign. As I said, everything comes down to the supply and the demand, and what you're seeing there alone is a significant shrinkage of the supply that's available for purchase, because it's being locked up and it is total value locked. Okay, so whether you look at it in dollar value or ADA value, essentially you're looking at it and you're thinking, wow, there's some really bullish things happening at the foundational level for Cardano's ADA. And of course, DeFi with ZED and various other stablecoins all looking pretty promising for the future. I think the ecosystem as a whole, with Hydra and everything that's being built on the ecosystem as a whole, I think is setting itself up for massive success in the future. So what about the technicals? What do we see? Well, we can see that there's a potential move down, as I highlighted here, between 14.5 and 18.3. This is my ideal area. And again, that would just mean moving up. If we were to come down to 14.5 cent, essentially what it would do is it would mean that we'd have to go to 14.5 dollars or $14.50 to achieve that 100x, and I think that's actually very achievable. Now, if you follow Elliott wave theory, a slightly more complex subject, I know, it actually shows us with a very clear picture as to kind of what's going to happen after this bear market has finished, and that is an explosive move to the upside. As you can kind of see, we have ourselves a 5-wave structure. The 5th wave did truncate. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then we can see that we are in this bearish move to the downside here. Once this completes, we'll expect another impulsive 5-wave structure to the upside. Let me just make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see. Let's say 14.5 is the low. We look for that break to the upside there. Okay, now there's some rules around Elliott wave theory, and that's why it's such a great way of analyzing the market, is the rules are basically unbreakable at times. And when they're unbreakable, you have basically a blueprint to predict the future. Something that you need to know, right, 5 waves. If you start a move with 5 waves, then you must end in a 5-wave structure. So knowing that we have a 5-wave move here from this low to this high is incredibly bullish for the future. It means that we are going to be going to a new all-time high at some point in the future. Okay, now knowing that our low point down here, this 5th wave movement and this 5th wave movement, this entire 5-wave structure and this entire 5-wave structure normally mirror each other, meaning that this is a 100% move and then this will mirror that same 100. That means that we should be targeting up here at $25 ADA, $25 to 86 to be more specific. So as you can kind of see, you target in the 1 to the 1.236. That's typically where you would find you'd have this kind of 5th wave movement. So $25 at 100x, yeah, I think we could quite easily and comfortably see such a move to the upside. I think ADA has the potential to hit a 100x in the future. Now, that might sound really ridiculous to many people who get stuck on the idea that there isn't that much money to go into the space. And I do want to kind of just combat that for a moment here to say that it doesn't actually require as much money as you think to move the price. All it requires is for the supply to shrink and the demand to increase. And we see that at a foundational level on Cardano's ecosystem. As I mentioned earlier, 1,200 dApps building on the ecosystem. That in itself is going to bring demand for ADA for people who want to interact with those dApps. Then, of course, you get a little bit more into that and you start understanding, okay, well, are you going to see demand for ADA, which is going to then add to total value locked during DeFi dApps. Yes, you are. And what does that mean? Well, it means that the supply is shrinking. So you'll have a supply that is shrinking and a demand that is increasing, and that's going to have a very explosive growth potential for Cardano's ADA in the future. So if I'm as a betting man, I would say, yeah, I think 100x is a possibility when it comes to Cardano, and I do think we're going to see a lot of people eat their words in the future. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section. Do you think Cardano can 100x in the future? Let me know. If you found this useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe? And guys, don't forget to come and join us down in Discord. The link is in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.
We are not financial advisors, and none of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.